Grace and peace to you, beloved child of God. I'm Cassandra Campos McDonald, pastor of St. Paul's United Methodist Church in Socorro, New Mexico, and welcome to this week's edition of Devotions in the Desert. Years ago, I attended a meeting, and there was a lady who came up to me during a break, and I really didn't know these people. We were gathered together as a consumer council for this organization to give our input about some different things and some marketing ideas and that kind of stuff. And this lady came up to me, and she looked at me and she whispered. She got up close and said, "Cassandra, you're one of those Jesus girls, aren't you?" And I was kind of startled and was like, well, yeah, I guess you could call me a Jesus girl. But it caught me by surprise, because here I was in the middle of, the corporate world, I guess you could say, not a religious function at all. And this woman comes up to me and she identified me as a Jesus girl. And then we continued to talk, and she confided in me about how she said, doesn't it feel kind of like, the enemy is here and these people aren't believers? I don't remember what the instance was, but she was right. It was kind of a weird feeling in the room, and we were obviously two of the only Jesus gals around. But it just made me think. First of all, I was glad that she pegged me as a Jesus girl and a woman of faith, and that maybe that was something that people could see about me. And I'm like, well, wonderful. That's what I want. Nothing more than is for people to know that I'm one of those people who has a strong faith, that I have a strong belief in something else. And for me, it's God, and for Jesus Christ, the God of the universe. And then I think the other thing that surprised me was that she came up to me quietly, because she was almost afraid, like, gosh, I hope there's another person that believes in this room. So sometimes I wonder if we're faced with those moments in our everyday living, wherever we are at, that we are faced with those times where we have to be quiet about who we are, that being a person of faith is not, fashionable, maybe. Do we keep that quiet? Do we not say anything for fear that we'll be singled out as, one of those crazies? Because let's be honest, when you say a Christian, there is a wide range of what that means in our world. You have people who are extremely conservative. You have people who are extremely liberal, the evangelicals are one, and you have all these different kinds. So it doesn't always mean the same thing. The way I'm a Christian is different than somebody else. And unfortunately, we're all put into this one group. And so people that have bad experiences with people who maybe condemn and demean people and use their faith as a weapon in a bad way and judge and put that judgy finger in their face, that person's going to think, well, all Christians must be like that, and I want nothing of it. And that really hurts me. It makes me angry, because I know that the true heart of a believer wants to include others and wants to love. So today I wonder, how are we seen in the world? How can I as an individual, how can you as a person of faith walk about this world with your heart out there for the world to see, with your faith, with your belief strong, that you are proud of, and you're like, come on, bring it on. I will be glad to tell you about the God that I believe in, and not point that judgy finger. Because it's the work that we do in our world every day that helps to combat those misconceptions that the world sees about who Christians really are. So, beloved, I pray that wherever you are at today, you are healthy and well, that you have the opportunity to live out your faith. That's the beautiful thing about the country we live in. We can live the faith, we can believe in whatever we want to believe in. And for those of us that believe in God the Father, the creator of the world, then we've got some work to do to show that we're truly disciples and that we want to make disciples of Christ and be in the love that God asks us to be in the world. So my prayer is that you are able to find those instances where you can share with others and live your life as a shining beacon of hope in the world. Prayers and blessings to you as you continue your week.